My neurology follow-up went great, and I have a new and improved migraine control plan. On our adventure.
Oh, you got freezing cold here.
Good Monday morning, everyone. I am just a little bit out of breath this morning because I just finished my exercises. Nothing crazy, just laying down, easy exercises, but that's enough for me to get out of breath due to my asthma and my postural orthostatic tachycardia syndrome. But anyways, I'm thankful for the ability to exercise because now that I'm getting adequate nutrition and hardly down, I'm not in a chronic state of malnourishment and my body's not basically wasting away anymore. I sometimes have the energy to do my exercises when my other chronic illnesses permit. But I'm pretty worn out after that brief workout session, so I need to lay down and rest for a bit because Harlow and I are getting ready to go out. We're going to see my neurologist. It's a follow-up appointment. I see her every 3 months, but this time I really want to talk to her about my headaches. We've gotten my migraines under control. A few years ago, I used to have migraines 3 to 4 times a week, really bad ones. And now they only happen maybe 2 to 3 times a month, but I'm still getting frequent headaches. So they're not migraine level, but headache level, and it's still pretty uncomfortable to say the least. So I'm wondering if we need to up the dosage of my preventative or maybe do something else. I'm not sure. So I'm just gonna talk to my neurologist and it's gonna be a good day. Are you hungry? Good girl, thanks. Well, Harlow has her veggie pops, but no fruit because we are out of fruit. We gotta go grocery shopping. Wow, okay, good girl. I made it to my neurologist's office. On the way here, I stopped at my pharmacy, got some medication for my nebulizer, and some meds for my POTS, and now let's go do this appointment. Harlow, you being a good girl? Yeah. Harlow's being good, just waiting for the doctor. My neurology follow-up went great, and I have a new and improved migraine control plan. I'll tell you all about it once I get home. My neurology appointment went great. We agreed my narcolepsy is as controlled as it can be, as is my epilepsy because I've been seizure-free for over 2 years now. But the issue I went to her with was my increasing migraines and headaches, and she asked me when all this started, and we realized my migraines began getting worse back when my GI symptoms began getting worse, and she suspects that I'm no longer absorbing my preventative medication because I have malabsorption issues throughout my entire digestive tract, but it's worse in my stomach. Ideally, I would take liquid preventative, and so I'd be able to put it through my feeding tube to bypass my stomach and it'd go right to my small intestine. But the only way I can get my preventative in liquid form is if I go to a compounding pharmacy, and my current insurance plan does not cover compounded medication. And I should be on TRICARE soon, and they may cover compounded medication, and if they don't, my doctor said she's going to appeal it for me because there's lots of reasons of why I should be taking liquid medication as opposed to oral because of the malabsorption, gastroparesis, stuff like that. I know you can crush pills and put it through your feeding tube that way, but my GI and I decided that since my specific tube is very prone to clogging, crushing pills and putting it through could make it even more susceptible to clogging. We're not going to risk it. We're only going to do liquid meds through my feeding tube. When I get my new tube, the GJ button, in August, we may look at crushing pills and putting it through the tube, but right now we're just doing liquid meds. Anyways, while I wait for TRICARE to do the paperwork to put me in the system, which should take another week or two, and while I'm looking at pricing for different compounding pharmacies and my medication, we upped my dosage of the oral preventative to hopefully see if that helps me. My migraine abortive medication doesn't work for the same reasons, and that's why my last migraine lasted like 3 to 4 days. I take Toradol, and apparently there's a new medication out that's a Toradol nose spray. You have to get it from a specific specialty pharmacy that makes it, and my doctor said we're gonna try, but it's really difficult to get insurance to cover it. So if insurance won't cover the nose spray, she's gonna write a script for IV Toradol I can put through my port. My home health company should be able to provide that easily, and either the nose spray or the IV Toradol will bypass the whole malabsorption issue, and I should be able to successfully abort my migraines when they happen. Here's some exciting news. A brand new migraine maintenance treatment is coming out. Apparently there's nothing like it on the market right now. It's called calcitonin gene-related peptide, and it has something to do with pain receptors in the brain. You get a shot a few times a month, or maybe it's an infusion every few months. I don't know much about it right now, but my doctor expects it to be out this year because a couple companies are working on it. They have promising results and they're going through FDA approval. She says it could really help me because my migraines have been so tricky to treat because they're caused by my Ehlers-Danlos syndrome, but my mitochondrial disease also plays into it. This was the first time my neurologist saw me since getting my feeding tube, and she said I looked great. She said I looked the best she's ever seen me. And unfortunately, they weighed me and I am down 6 pounds from about a week and a half ago. So even though I have my feeding tube and I'm eating as much as I can orally, I still struggle with GI symptoms. I've been vomiting a lot recently, which is why I've lost weight, but I'm doing the best I can. I'm doing much better with my tube than I was without my tube, and I'm really happy with my new migraine control plan. So I haven't driven that much in a really long time. It was 25 minutes to the office and 25 minutes back home. And that is my radius, 25 minutes for driving safely, given to me by my doctors. Driving also really exacerbates the chronic pain I have in my neck, so I'm just resting my neck here on the heating pad. I'm also just relaxing on the couch because getting ready to go out, driving, going to the doctor, all of that really takes a lot out of me. And if I push through the symptoms, try and do other things that I want to get done today, it's just going to make my pain and fatigue much worse. So resting right now is not really an option, it's a necessity. So I'm listening to my body and doing what it needs me to do in order to recuperate. Harlow, can you help me? Can you get the blanket? Good girl. Come here. Thank you, Hippo. Thank you, good dog. All right, I will see you guys in a bit. Hey, so unfortunately the neck pain got rather severe and that triggered a pretty nasty headache. The driving triggered all this, but anyways, I was in the kitchen flushing my feeding tube when I got some really good news. Got a phone call from the specialty pharmacy that makes the nasal spray. The nasal spray is called Sprix. It is Toradol in a nasal spray form, and it's an NSAID non-steroid anti-inflammatory drug. They said insurance approved it and they can send it to me on Friday, and I am so thankful because my doctor said it's tricky to get insurance to cover it, but mine did, and I'm so happy because now with the malabsorption issue, it won't be a problem with the nasal spray and I can abort my severe migraines. Now we just have to get my preventative working for me, whether that's doing a compounding pharmacy to get it in liquid form to put it through my feeding tube, or hopefully the increased dose of the oral pills will work. We'll see. Well, I've been resting once again. It's kind of funny with body pains, joint pains, muscle stuff like that. I like to use heat to help with the pain, but for headaches and migraines, I use ice packs. And I've been resting a bit. Thankfully the headache and neck pain has come down, so I'm gonna get started on dinner. Here we have, it's like a garlic parm lemony shrimp that I'm gonna put in the oven. There we have broccoli. I'm making some orzo, which is my first time ever making orzo. It's gonna be a creamy garlicky orzo because I'm making the sauce to put on top of it. It's gonna be really good, I hope. I don't have a recipe for the shrimp, it's just something I threw together, but I do have a recipe for the orzo. There's a link in the description, and Judd went into work early today, so he should be home by 8:30, which will be nice. We can eat dinner together. I haven't been able to eat today. I mean, I had a spoonful of peanut butter, but my stomach's just like, nope, no food. But this stuff smells good, so hopefully I can eat a little bit of it. Ta-da! I put the sauce on the orzo. The shrimp came out of the oven and it tastes amazing. Plus, we have our broccoli. I'm just gonna keep it covered and Judd will have dinner ready when he comes home. I'm gonna go rest, then come back and tackle the dishes, so Judd doesn't have to worry about the dishes either tonight. That'll be a nice little surprise for him. Usually I cook and he does the dishes, so I want to treat him tonight. Judd's home to this new, are you serious?
I'm hungry.
Oh my gosh.
You want to film?
This new
I
dinner.
want to eat.
Okay, let's pray and eat. What are you doing? All right. Moment of truth.
Pretty good.
Okay, I wasn't too sure at first. I'm glad you like it. I really like it. Got our PJs on, got ready for bed. We finished our peanut butter thing. So Harlow is going to enjoy some peanut butter, right?
Get peanut butter all over our floors.
Harlow, sit. Okay. It's on her nose already. Quick fact about peanut butter, some use xylitol. It's a sweetener in it, which is bad for dogs. So if you're gonna give your dog peanut butter, make sure it doesn't have any of that in it.
It looks pretty serious.
She's enjoying it. I don't think your tongue's gonna reach the bottom, pup. Sorry, Harlow. Just a few licks is all you get. But that was a good dessert, right? Nice treat. She's like, I want more. Harlow enjoyed her peanut butter, and good news. Did a little research, and apparently TRICARE does cover compounded medications if your doctor proves that you need them, which is awesome, because that means I can get my medications in liquid form to put them through my feeding tube. Of course, I won't really know what happens until I get on my plan and my doctor tries to appeal it or whatever. We'll see what happens. Anyways, Judd and I are in our comfy clothes. We're gonna watch Wentworth on Netflix because the new season is out. We are so excited.
Bill's got peanut butter in it.
She'll get it. She's saving it for later, I guess. And with that, we will say goodnight and thank you so much for joining us on our adventure.